make it a little bit more exciting now. Let's go through the week's transfer talk and transfer rumours quickly.
Yeah, you came to me earlier with one absolute abomination of a transfer rumour.
So this isn't from me, this is from Sky Sports, and you can tell that the journalists are getting a bit bored.
And it is?
Declan Rice to Real Madrid.
It's a shocker. That's one of the worst ones I think I've heard in this entire time of lockdown, because we've seen...
Aiden's just speechless.
We've seen some, but this is shocking.
Yeah. Real Madrid are looking at West Ham in the Premier League as a way to solve the non-existent midfield problems and a way to improve on a midfield. That includes Casemiro, Toni Kroos, Ranieri, they've just signed from the Copa Libertadores champions Flamengo, Fede Valverde, Luka Modric. Do I carry on?
I don't think I could picture any West Ham player turning up at Real Madrid, even in history. I don't think I could. Okay, maybe Di Canio.
Or Carlos Tevez or Javier Mascherano.
No, I don't think that. No, I couldn't even see Tevez there. I couldn't even see Carlos Tevez play at Real Madrid.
I just feel as though sometimes with these rumours you see in the papers or you see on Sky Sports News, it's just like, lads, come on, who you try to kid there for clickbait?
It must be the tombola effect. Pull out a name, pull out a club, put them together, you got yourself a headline.
It's just madness. I understand that Declan Rice will be on the move sooner rather than later, but there's only one club he's destined to go to, and that's join Chelsea. And can't blame him, because he'd improved that midfield. He is a good player. I just think he needs that experience playing with a lot better quality players around him than what he has at West Ham at the moment.
Have you got another one? Was that the only one?
No, I've got Sané to Bayern Munich on a free transfer.
Well, that's been running on for ages, isn't it? That one's pretty. I think we're pretty done with that one. That we think that one will happen and should have happened last year, but
for the knee injury,
obviously got his knee injury in the Community Shield.
You've got Newcastle are the it club at the moment in terms of they might be getting some money if this transfer of ownership goes through and they get the new owners from Saudi Arabia. And you've got Odion Ighalo being linked to Newcastle because Shanghai Shenhua aren't willing to honour the obligation to buy to Manchester United for 15 million at the end of May. And you've got Gareth Bale to Newcastle because, granted, they can't link him to anybody else because no one's interested.
This Newcastle takeover must have been a godsend for journalists at this point, because it gives them something to speculate about. In that, will it happen? Won't it? Because this is Newcastle, and despite the fact of how far along it is, there's still a chance that it won't happen. And I would probably say to Newcastle fans, this 2 or 3 weeks of not hearing anything probably isn't good news. But then it also gives them the speculation of, we can just link any footballer in the world to this club now because they're going to be worth billions.
It's just like the gravy train for journalism in terms of clickbait and transfer rumours, because they'll link everybody to Newcastle now. And the last one I seen this morning was Liverpool and Atletico Madrid are interested in a straight swap deal for Thomas Partey for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
Yeah, I saw this one, and we discussed Thomas Partey, didn't we, a couple of weeks ago, and I said, whilst Atletico, you said that they could probably soak up losing someone like that, it only takes that one person in the system too many to go before your system completely changes. And I think Partey for Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, to me, it makes no sense.
Especially when you saw what an integral figure Partey was in nullifying Liverpool's attack in the Champions League round of 16 game.
Well, even that, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain he's a serviceable, good player in his own right, but he's nowhere near the same type of midfielder as Thomas Partey was. I mean, he was a winger. And
also nowhere near the level of defensive ability that Thomas Partey is. Thomas Partey is phenomenally underrated. And the way he reads the game, the way he navigates out of danger, the way he reads danger before it becomes a massive problem for his centre-halves or his defence. And he does all the dirty work that you don't see unless you're looking for it in a game, which is cleaning up, marking space, playing different areas of the pitch without the ball as a defender, which I think is a dying art, particularly in European football at the moment, of people who have that defensive intuition, is the word I'm looking for there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is in no way a defensive midfielder. He works hard for the team, but he Yeah, he's just not a defensive midfielder, and that is where it makes no sense to me.
Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't surprise me if Liverpool did go in for Thomas Partey, because he's the type of world-class midfielder that would elevate that midfield, and you could push Jordan Henderson into one of the number 8 positions in a 3. You'd have the other side, you got Gigi Wijnaldum, or even Oxlade-Chamberlain, and have Partey as that anchor who's sitting, spraying the ball to these players who then will add the high energy and go forward in terms of servicing the attackers in that Liverpool team. Granted, as a United fan, I don't want Thomas Partey to sign for Liverpool because he's just improving an already exceptional team.
But it's rumours at this point, all rumours, and we're still not even sure if we're going to have a transfer window.
But also, just to finish off, Aaron, Barcelona and their infamous list are at it again for Miralem Pjanic from Juventus.
They've been shipping out players again.
Yeah.
The Barcelona pick a mix is rocked up at the Allianz Stadium.
Yeah, but Barcelona's transfer strategy, the most unique one in Europe. We've got a list of players who we don't think are quite good enough to play for us. How many do you want for him?
One day they'll learn. I don't know when that day is, though.
Yeah.
I thought it might be sooner rather than later, but it looks like they're going to carry on.
Hopefully when they sign Neymar in the summer and they do the announcement video and you've got the ball talking, you could have the list talking at the side of him.
These are the list of players I could have given for Neymar, but...
it was just Antoine Griezmann and Ousmane Dembele.
Just a couple of French people. Oh, Adam Titi. Put him on the list.
No, he was on the Juventus list for Pjanic.
He's on the list. How many lists have they got? Is it a different list for a different club, or is it the same list?
No, it's a different list.
Does it take a couple of weeks to try and manufacture a new list?
God, and this one's supposedly got Arturo on it. Arturo Vidal, Ivan Rakitic and Samuel Umtiti.
Is that the worst Christmas list ever?
Granted, Ivan Rakitic's not a bad central midfielder.
But there's a reason why Barcelona are getting rid of him.
Because they don't believe he's at that level to play in the latter stages of the Champions League.
If any club turns around and accepts 4 washed-up Barcelona players for one of their stars, you need to start asking serious questions. It's like in school swapping 4 of your duplicate Pokemon cards for like someone's Charizard. Like, it doesn't work like that. No kid's ever going to fall for that.
I just still also can't get my head around the Arturo Vidal situation where he's suing the club that he plays for because they wouldn't let him sign for Inter Milan.
He still played them as well.
Whatever's going on at Barcelona is absolute anarchy.
It's different world,
Yeah, I think that'll rumble on for a lot longer than when will football get back, or will there be a transfer window in the summer?